Alright, so we're halfway through the year and design trends seem to not stop. There's always a new design trend popping up here, there, everywhere. However, these design trends don't get the exposure others get because they're not in any popular design trends of 2021 video. I make them myself, so I know. Now, some of these are very interesting because they play on some of the trends that existed in the early stage of the year, and they've kind of changed and warped into something very different. So we're going to go through all the amazing design trends that have popped up in the middle of 2021. And we're also going to see some resources which you can just pick up and utilize in your UI designs just to add that trend to your current designs or to new designs, whatever. So the first one is a play on the gradient trend that we saw earlier this year, where there were these different gradients blending into the background. And the fun thing is that it acts as a background. There's no UI elements that are built around that, and oftentimes that's what is difficult because developers aren't able to always develop that in time. This will be much easier to implement than say something like neumorphism. Now there are a couple of resources that I found on Figma, XD, etc. are these simple UI kits or backgrounds and thumbnails, etc. that are using this in their background or as an artifact. I'm calling this play of lights. You know, this, if somebody wants to refer to it, it's play of lights, and that's what I'm naming it. Duller colors. So somehow last year and even in the beginning of this year, there were a lot of pastel colors, a lot of colors with high vibrancy being used in different kind of websites, applications, etc. However, now they're kind of dulling it down. They're making the background really dull, and whatever you see on top, it kind of gives that rustic feel almost. And I'm not saying it's a bad design, I just feel it's for a very niche kind of user base. It's for a very niche kind of designer to design something like this. Maybe for something like an old museum or for some fashion brand or something like that, there can be these dull colors where you want something else to stand out, maybe a large bold text or some animations and images. Now there are certain UI kits and resources on both Figma and XD. Some of these UI kits show you how you can implement them in your own designs and what you can use with that. Now this is something that I showcased in the material design update video, which I created a while back, where I showcased all the new things coming to Android 12 in the new Material U. And you could see a lot of elements which were larger. There was a lot of padding across buttons, across cards, across the general layout as well. And this kind of ties in with minimalism. So this kind of plays with the concept of minimalism. There's more space and white space around things. However, everything is now bigger and larger in size as well. This kind of also plays along with devices getting larger. So on a larger device, something very small and tiny might not make enough sense. There is of course a Material U UI kit. Also some very nice widgets people have made inside the Figma community. Shapes is something that I was always interested in. Unique, unorthodox shapes being used in different websites, applications, places where it isn't needed, but it looks so much better with that shape. Contra is a website I keep on telling people about, and they use shapes in a conservative manner, in the sense that they're using it in places that it looks good and it adds some sort of value to it. And at the same time, it doesn't overboard the entire design. These shapes can often be animated, so you can change from, say, a squircle to an actual circle or a square. Figma obviously has more options for different kinds of shapes. In XD, you can choose how many sides or edges you want. And these shapes are also coming to things like Material U. So they'll be used in a lot of these mainstream designs, not just a design trend, it's actually something that looks good and feels good. Now, since we're talking about different shapes being used, how about we look at squircle? Squircle is a shape which is anywhere between a square and a circle. And it's not just an increased border radius. The entire shape kind of becomes like a bloated circular rectangle or circular square. And this is something that we first started seeing with applications like Clubhouse, where all the icons are of a squircle. Now this is being used in bigger elements like big cards on top of a screen, images, buttons, etc., where everything is more squircle than circular or square. There are a bunch of UI kits resources that you can get. I'll link them, of course. There is a Clubhouse UI kit. That is the best place you can get these squircles from. And some plugins in Figma and XD Again, we'll be mentioning that in the description, where you can actually get all these squircle shaped elements and you can implement them in your designs as well. And the best part is you can implement something like a light gradient on it and it will make it look a little more 3D-ish. They're calling it squircle morphism. Okay. And it's also a very interesting way to implement icons and app icons and stuff like that. More than half of your dribble shots or behind shots you see every day are implementing in some way or the other this squircleism or squircle morphism, whatever you're calling it. Do you guys remember Mr. Bean? Of course you do. Everybody remembers. But do you remember the cartoon that as a child I used to watch this Mr. Bean cartoon, and the cartoon had this distinctive outer stroke to every design or to every character out there. The inner strokes were lighter, but the outer strokes were much darker and thicker. Now imagine that exact design style or artistic style copied into your UI designs. That is what is happening. Last year, I saw one of these and it was really cool because it was different and these borders kind of made it look a little more accessible as well. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, and it's unconventional UI practices. A lot of UI principles have been set up, a lot of consistency rules have been set up in companies and organizations, even with individuals, where they tend to design a certain thing or a certain element in a certain way because that is what users are used to. However, with newer websites, newer platforms coming up with these unconventional design practices, this squircle, these various weird looking shapes, these gradient lights, and we tend to move away from the conventional way of designing where you stick to a certain formula or a recipe for a certain UI design. And this is almost opposite to that. It seemed functional, at the same time looked really cool. And that is what designers were going for. Back then, there were just a few computers in the world and experimenting was a little riskier. Now you can experiment with more people and it's easier now to experiment than it was earlier back in the day. And I'm happy that that trend or that flow or that power in the designer's hand is coming back. And I would appreciate if you guys start doing this, start utilizing some of these trends in your designs because they look good, they feel better than what it already has. And users tend to appreciate sometimes, at least, if you've at least tested it out with them, of course. So that was it for today's video. Again, short video because I got my COVID vaccine and it's not playing well with my body right now. And I'll see you every Monday and Thursday, regardless of whether I have COVID vaccine or I have anything else. I'll always be here for you guys. Subscribe to the channel, click on the bell icon. Also hit the thumbs up if you like this video. If you did like the video, make sure you also share the video in communities, with your friends, with other designers. I'll see you next time, same place, same time. Until then, God bless.